Breaking news coming in this hour. Scuffle reportedly took place between BJP and AAP supporters during a political program in Tughlakabad in the capital. The AAP candidate's vehicle was reportedly set on fire by BJP supporters. The pictures are on your screens. A vehicle set on fire in Tughlakabad area of the national capital by BJP supporters. This after a scuffle broke out between supporters and workers of the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP. Let's get a word from our correspondent Ankit Tyagi, who's with us live from our newsroom this evening. Ankit, take us through exactly what happened there.
Well, it was a program that was, in fact, a debate program that was organized by a private news channel. And in that, the Tughlakabad candidate of the Aam Aadmi Party, Sairam Pahalwan, was participating. On the other side, from the BJP, was Ramesh Biduri, their candidate from South Delhi. In the program, reportedly, there was some heated argument between both the participants, and post the program, allegedly, the BJP, the supporters of the BJP MP set the vehicle of the Aam Aadmi Party candidate from Tughlakabad on fire. It was after a scuffle, in fact, broke out between both of them. There have been a case that is going to be registered by the Aam Aadmi Party candidate of Tughlakabad. But yes, a very heated start to the election campaign. Of course, we are very soon going to know the dates of the election in Delhi. But this has set a very, sort of a wrong precedent, because such violent clashes usually have not so far been seen in the political discourse of Delhi.
Absolutely. We've not witnessed such kind of violence in the streets of the capital so far as political campaigns are concerned. Pictures of your screen of a car being set ablaze by reportedly by BJP supporters after they got into a scuffle with Aam Aadmi Party supporters in the Tughlakabad area. Ankit, were any people injured in that scuffle?
Well, so far, what we have been told is that nobody has been seriously injured. There have been 2-3 people, those who have sustained minor bruises. But of course, this is a worrying part. Remember, Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP are now almost eye to eye. Delhi is going to be a fight between Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP. But if TV debates are going to turn into such battles, then of course there is something to worry about. It also shows that both the sides are very wary, they are very jittery, and of course nervous about their prospects in the upcoming elections.
All right, and Ankit, can you tell us, can you share more details about that debate that you said was taking place? Were other BJP members also participating in this debate?
Well, it was a debate, a TV program that had, a TV channel had in fact organized this debate. As you would know, Simi, there were representatives from the Aam Aadmi Party, Congress and the BJP, usually the format that we also have in most of our debates. Right. And in the course of this debate, there was a heated argument between the BJP MP from South, Ramesh Biduri, and the Tughlakabad Aam Aadmi Party candidate. And post this debate, there was a scuffle between their supporters. And then, according to the allegations of the Aam Aadmi Party, the supporters of Ramesh Biduri set the candidate's car on fire. The police, in fact, has registered a case in this. They are investigating, and what we have been told is that the Aam Aadmi Party is going ahead, and they will also name Ramesh Biduri and his supporters in the FIR, in which they are alleging that there was a threat to life to their Tughlakabad Aam Aadmi Party candidate.
Absolutely. Those shocking visuals that we're getting you from Tughlakabad area of the national capital. A car set on fire, reportedly by supporters of Ramesh Biduri, who is a BJP MP from South Delhi. This reportedly happened after an argument that took place in a TV debate between members or representatives of the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party. The supporters of both these parties reportedly got into a scuffle, following which the vehicle of the Aam Aadmi Party candidate was set on fire. Ankit, would it be possible for you to identify the AAP candidate whose vehicle was set on fire? Is he somebody who contested the Lok Sabha elections, or is it somebody who's looking to contest the Delhi Assembly elections?
Well, Simi, as I said, he's the MLA aspirant from Tughlakabad constituency, and Aam Aadmi he will be fighting the elections for the Aam Aadmi Party from the Tughlakabad constituency. There was, as I said, Mr. Pahalwan was in a heated debate with Ramesh Biduri of the BJP, and this resulted into this incident. The Aam Aadmi Party is going to take up strongly. They believe that it also, I spoke to senior sources within the party, and they are saying that in a way it seems that the BJP is rattled. They believe that the Aam Aadmi Party's campaign, which they had started almost a month before any other party took to the streets, they believe that it is getting them rich dividends on the ground. There is a positive feedback that the Aam Aadmi Party and their candidates are getting, and that is something that has rattled the BJP, and they are now resorting to such violent tactics. As far as the BJP is concerned, they are saying that all those people, those who were involved in this scuffle and those who set this vehicle on fire, have nothing to do with the party. They are saying that there's those who are unidentified people, and also going ahead and saying that this is a usual tactic of the Aam Aadmi Party to garner some sort of publicity and to come into the limelight. So, of course, war of words there, and of course on the street you can see that burning visual of that car.
Absolutely. Ankit, stay on with us. We're also being joined by Aam Aadmi Party member Ashutosh, who's with us on the phone line. Ashutosh, thanks so much for speaking to Headlines today. Will you share with us your side of the story? The BJP claiming this is a publicity stunt, but on our screens are visuals of the AAP candidate's car being set on fire.
See, the whole world knows that what kind of a politics Ramesh Biduri and his supporters and his followers do. This is an act of gundaism which is done by the BJP volunteers and BJP people, and his own relatives are involved in this, and we strongly condemn it. And the whole the bad parties that the police is also playing parties on in this case, and the police has not been able to register an FIR till now, because my information is the BJP top-notchers are putting pressure on the police not to register any case, whereas our few volunteers are already admitted into the hospitals, and the vehicle of our candidate Sairam is burned. This is an act of gundaism which is done by the BJP, and this is what they specialize in. The whole world knows what kind of politics Ramesh Biduri does.
Yeah. Ashutosh, Ankit, this side from the newsroom, will you be naming Ramesh Biduri in this FIR that you are trying to lodge against the BJP MP?
I have just requested Sahiram to do whatever is legally possible in this case. My information is that his nephew was involved in this, and this was a TV show which was happening over there. They were already prepared with 50-60 of their gundas with the lathis, and as the show started, they started beating up our volunteers. And this is the tactics which they have been pursuing for a very long time in this particular constituency, because they want not anybody to contest against the BJP candidate. And this is not the first time where the BJP gundas have acted has indulged into the violent activity. This has been the history of Ramesh Biduri and his supporters and followers in this particular constituency, because they think this constituency is their borough.
Ashutosh, BJP repeatedly keeps saying when there are scuffles in West Bengal that the TMC is rattled with their inroads into the state. Do you believe a same sort of thing is happening here? Do you believe the campaign that you had started almost a month before any other party jumped into it, now it is paying dividends, and the positive feedback probably is the cause of this sort of a reaction that your candidate has got?
This is what exactly I was trying to tell you, that this is an act of gundaism and violence by the BJP. And the BJP is rattled in Delhi because they know it was easier for them to win in Haryana, Maharashtra, Jharkhand, and emerging as a major party in Jammu and Kashmir. But Delhi is not cakewalk for them. Delhi will prove to the Waterloo, and this will prove that that Narendra Modi Jagannath is going to be stopped over here. And that is why they're indulging in this kind of politics. And AAP condemns this act of violence, and we request police to register a case against BJP gundas. But unfortunately, they are not doing that because they are under tremendous pressure. My sources in the police has confirmed that they are under tremendous pressure not to register any kind of FIR against the BJP people.
We just spoke to a few of the sources in the BJP. They are saying it's just a drama. They are saying that none of our people were involved in this incident. It was instigated by the Aam Aadmi Party, and you're doing it for publicity.
Mr. Ankit, you yourself has been a reporter, and you know what kind of politics Aam Aadmi Party pursues and what kind of violent politics is pursued by the BJP and the RSS. The whole world knows what kind of politics they do. These are the people who had acted into the violent activities into the Banaras and also in Delhi. And recently, how the Arvind Kejriwal has targeted with the stone pelting, and even in my own my own Jan Sabha in Badarpur 3-4 days back, when they tried to disrupt my Jan Sabha. the whole world knows. Aam Aadmi Party doesn't need any certificate from the BJP. BJP is known for its violent activities and kind of conflict and hatred they create among the society to garner any kind of vote which is possible. They are losing badly Delhi. That is why they are indulging in these kind of things.
All right, Ashutosh, you're telling us this is a clear case of political vandalism. The BJP MP Ramesh Biduri and his supporters indulging in Gundaism. That's what you're saying. But if you could take us through what exactly happened there during the TV debate which led to this scuffle and the AAP members' car being set on fire.
See, let me again tell you very clearly, it is not a scuffle. This is a one-sided violence which has been done by the BJP. There was a TV show, and within the TV show, as the TV show was to start, there was a car parked where all kinds of lathis were there. The gundas were there, around 50-60 people. They started making noises. They started shouting slogans. They started disrupting the whole show, and then suddenly, without any provocation, they took out the lathis and started beating up our own volunteers. And our volunteers are admitted into the hospital in the trauma center. This is a sad part, and this is again a reflection of what kind of politics BJP pursues in this game of politics. And they are indulging into the violence. This is Gundaism, nothing else. And this is condemned, and this should be condemned by each and every senior element in Delhi and in the media itself.
Ashutosh, you were saying it was a televised debate, so of course
I'm
there
not
would
saying
be.
it's a televised debate. Please, it was a TV show which was to happen.
It was a TV show, so there must be cameras recording the entire incident. Would you ask for that for the footage of that show so that you can use it as evidence and also try and release so that others can also see it who was at fault?
Of course. If they have recorded it, obviously this should be with them. And I'll request the TV, the TV company which was doing this, that they should provide the footage as soon as possible.
All right, Ashutosh, thanks so much for speaking to Headlines today. Ankit, thanks so much for taking us through developments. This is the big story coming out of the national capital. An Aam Aadmi Party candidate, somebody who was looking at contesting the Delhi Assembly elections. His car was reportedly set on fire, allegedly by BJP supporters. We spoke to Aam Aadmi Party's Ashutosh, who said that it wasn't really a scuffle that broke out. He claims it was a one-sided attack that was started by BJP workers, supporters of BJP MP Ramesh Biduri during a TV debate, following which this car was set on fire. Let's get a word from Mr. Bijendra Gupta of the BJP, who's with us on the phone line. Mr. Gupta, what is your side of the story as far as this particular case is concerned? We spoke to Aam Aadmi Party's Ashutosh. He said that a scuffle didn't break out. It was a one-sided attack by BJP supporters.
No, I condemn the incident particularly. Secondly, this is the incident which is unfortunate, and both the parties, I think, workers they are involved. So it is very unfair to say to blame to anyone or to anybody or to any party. So this is politicizing the issue, but I condemn the issue whole in toto.
Right, Mr. Bijendra Gupta, you're saying you're condemning the issue, but are you also acknowledging that this is something that was carried out by BJP supporters?
No, not at all. I'm not carrying out. I am just telling this is not the political issue. Basically, don't politicize the issue. Condemn it in toto.
But Mr. Gupta, this is an incident of political violence. There was a scuffle, according to you, that broke out between supporters of the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP, following which the AAP candidate's car was set on fire. This is political violence.
Actually, I am not blaming to anybody because I am not aware about the facts. But I am very much concerned about the unfortunate incident, and I condemning it in toto.
All right, Mr. Gupta, we also spoke to Ashutosh, who told us that apparently the police has still not filed an FIR. They're under pressure from BJP leaders.
Ashutosh is politicizing the issue, and
Sir,
it is very unfortunate.
This is a political issue,
and it is unfortunate, and the Aam Aadmi Party workers always and the party leaders always trying to malign the image of the
Mr. Gupta,
BJP,
are you saying that you're willing for a proper police investigation to take place in this incident?
Definitely, I demand investigation. I demand it.
All right, you're demanding a police investigation.
Yes,
and you're also saying that, and you're countering Ashutosh's claim that BJP leaders are putting pressure on the Delhi police.
He is telling a lie. Basically, they are a group of liars and always trying to malign the image of BJP and BJP's they are frustrated a lot. They have, I think, this battle is a lost battle for them. So this
Yes,
is
Mr.
all.
Gupta, they have the same thing to say about you. Do you think that your MP, Mr. Biduri, should come out and issue a statement as well?
Okay, you ask Mr. Biduri, he will tell you the whole story.
All right, Mr. Gupta, thanks so much for speaking to Headlines today. That was Mr. Virendra Gupta of the BJP condemning the incident. He's saying he's demanding a fair probe into what happened. That scuffle reportedly took place between supporters of the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party in Tughlakabad, where a TV debate was being recorded. There were reportedly representatives from all political parties, the BJP, the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress. This is in a run-up to the Delhi polls that are expected in about a month's time. Things reportedly got out of hand after a heated exchange, following which supporters of the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party got into a scuffle, and BJP supporters allegedly set the car of the Aam Aadmi Party candidate on fire.